What's happening, guys, and welcome back to Rue's Reviews. And today we are chatting about Crazy Sam's Finger Ring by Sam Huang and Hansen Chen Productions. So let's run that title sequence. So what's happening, gang? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hello, my name's Rue. I do weird things for a living, including this little review show. So what is Crazy Sam's Finger Ring? This is a three-phase routine that allows you to start by moving a ring from your pinky finger through to your middle finger. You can then move your middle finger in place of your ring finger before taking your middle finger off, moving it over to this side of your hand and then moving it back again. There's a lot of crazy things. It's a three-phase routine, but all of these can be done individually and separate of each other, which is what I love most about this. So for those of you that aren't aware of the history of this effect, it harkens back to Mayor Yadid's original finger concealment move and Nicholas Lawrence's on-off, which I know we all love. When I got asked to review this, I kind of jumped at the chance. These manipulations, these finger manipulation effects are something that I perform pretty much constantly in my working repertoire from Nicholas Lawrence's on-off. I think even the first effect we all learn as magicians is a finger manipulation effect, right? We can all manipulate our thumbs. We all learn that. We all learn variations of that. I remember doing Freaky. I remember Freaky where you would bend the little finger in, which was just creepy, and I still do that to this day, and people still freak out. There is some sort of weird relationship that goes along with magic and fingers that people always think, oh, maybe you've got fake hands or fake fingers or there are magnets somewhere, you know, doing weird things. And then when you show them what your fingers can do and they are that weird, people just freak out. But what this project does is it elevates the idea of finger manipulation to another level. Nicholas Lawrence is even in on this project, showing you something incredible right at the end, which is this beautiful way of making a ring move from finger to finger to finger before doing his on-off maneuver. It is something really stunning, and the fact that you don't have to do this routine all in one piece, you can choose to do individual phases, just makes this even better. This is the packaging. This is from Hansen Chen Productions, Crazy Sam's Finger Ring. That's what it looks like. Nice and small and compact. You have to choose which size ring you would use. Now, the ring has to fit your middle finger. Now, annoyingly, I think I got a size too small. So as you can see, the ring that I've got is a little bit tight for my middle finger. The idea is that it will move from fingers to fingers, but you want it to really fit your index finger. The best, I think that's just an all-round size. The index finger doesn't really get used in this, but this is just for a general size guide for the ring. So I wish I'd got a size larger, but these rings have been specifically produced for this project. So I don't know how well you can see this, but there are some beveling inside of the ring here that really make it easy. There's even an H there. I don't know how close you can see that. There's an H inside there. You probably won't be able to see that on camera, but for Hansen Chen Productions. But there's also a nice little beveling which goes inside here, which makes it really super simple for this to come on and off your fingers, which is really what you need for this effect. I should point out as well that in the box you get two finger rings. You get one at a larger size and one at a smaller size. I don't know why you would need the smaller size. I think they just give you an option just in case one size doesn't fit all, which in this case it doesn't, but you will get one size that's larger and one size that's slightly smaller to fit your finger the best. Another thing to note is that these come in black and silver rings. So for me personally, I use and wear silver rings the most. But if you are more of a casual performer, maybe a black ring might suit your style a little bit better, but it's nice just to be able to have those two options. One thing to note about a project such as this, as it will require some hand and finger manipulation. So this might mean training your hands. In fact, it definitely does mean training your hands because you will need to learn various different moves, various different positions to get your hand into. But I will say this. If you've done Nicholas Lawrence's on-off or various iterations of that effect, you won't find this too difficult. There's just certain angles that you have to be in to make this work, but it's the same with on-off. You have to be in a certain angle to make this look the best, and it's the same with this effect. The actual visual deception that you see when performing this has fooled so many people that I've performed to. It's fooled my girlfriend. Initially, it was the girlfriend test. I then went out and performed it at an event, and I thought, this can't really pass an event, surely. And people were freaking out. What Sam has done here is elevated what we can now do with finger manipulation. It is a worthy accessory if you perform things like Nicholas Lawrence's on-off or other finger effects. You think you might need to enhance that or add to it. This is just something that's worth having in your repertoire. And the beauty of this stuff is it's all impromptu. You can do it on the fly. You don't need any special gimmicks apart from a ring, but you can generally use any ring you like. and it just works in the real world. You wouldn't think it does for a lot of the situations. Obviously, if you do Nicholas Lawrence's on-off, you know that that works. If you can do that, then you can do this in the real world as well. It really is that strong and visual. You'll see it in the trailers. I'll chuck some clips in over here. I might even chuck a clip of me performing it, I don't know. But in these clips, you'll see how good it looks in the real world. Personally, I don't use all of the phases. Phase 3, where he moves the middle finger over to the pinky finger and switches out, I'm not really a fan of that. I like it, I like what it does, but I'm not really comfortable performing it. That just means I haven't practiced, it's because I'm lazy. But honestly, it wasn't really the thing that caught my eye. The initial thing that caught my eye was the way the ring moved through your fingers, and then the finger replacement. Now, the finger replacement I do without a ring, so this looks really crazy as well, even without a ring in place. The ring is obviously there to hide certain things, but without the ring in place, you can still do that finger replacement maneuver, and it looks killer. The tutorial itself is just over 50 minutes long and is taught by Sam Huang, and there's a little extra bit by Nicholas Lawrence at the end. I think that's really cool that he was able to jump on this project and give his 2 cents. Everything is broken down from the performance to the phases to how to train your fingers. There's a certain move that you need to get your hand into, so you will learn how to train to get into this move in a split second. There's also an advanced handling section, which not all of us will need, but it is there and it's just a nice addition, as well as Nicholas Lawrence's added bonus feature. There are some conclusions at the end as well, and everything is tied up nicely. So, who would buy this sort of effect? I think anyone that's out there that loves impromptu magic, you should pick this up. If you're a fan of effects like on-off, or indeed freaky or other effects that will require manipulation of fingers, I think this is something that you would definitely dig. The actual payoff from the practice from this is huge. You see in the videos, the reactions are brilliant. If you're a close-up performer, this works well within working repertoires, within casual settings as well. If you're a social media performer, this looks great on your Instagram feeds. So that's it. There's really not much more for me to say other than pick up your copy of Crazy Sam's Finger Ring, links in the description below. If you haven't done so yet, like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for more reviews to come. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Ciao.